welcome back. In today's video I'm going to show you how I sort of muck out the stables. I don't think they're too dirty, but I'm just going to give them like a really good clean out, sweep all the bad bits, just like those little things that you need to do, and I'll probably show you kind of what I do, how I do it. But I'll also do quite a lot of kind of sped up, just me cleaning it, so it's really satisfying. Many people would think that it's relaxing to watch someone clean horse poo, but I don't know, I find it quite satisfying to watch. So yeah, without talking any longer, let's go to the stables and get shoveling some poop. Hey guys, this is the stable to start with. Some poops and see quite a bit of wee in there. Although some of it is just like the shadows. It's all quite dirty. And this kind of hay net that's half eaten, loads of hay all over. So that is the stable to start with. And now I'm just gonna start cleaning it, and then I might chat a bit, and then I might put a bit of music as well, and then we'll do Ted's. So first I'll just scoop out the big poops. As you can see. So I'm not really very fussy about getting every single little bit of poo, because I will do that later. Just getting the main bits out, and then I'll probably get this and try and just push the good bits as far back so I can just kind of separate it from the head, and then all of that and all of this here. Well, I'm not sure if you can see it. Hang on. If I move this just to here. All of this is like hay and wet and like mixed with bedding and hay. It's probably not very good for them to eat it now, and it's not really like going to be good for the bedding. So I'll just chuck all that out. A lot of people just use one of these to muck out. Wait. Just gonna push the wheelbarrow over here. So I'm just basically starting off by getting out all the bad bits. So I sort of have a cleaner stable for when I'm chucking everything around. Just I'll just sweep all this up, because this will need to get chucked out because it's dirty, can't be eaten, can't really be used for the bedding. And if you think it's a waste, I mean, I guess it's kind of wasting a bit, but it would make the bedding dirty and they wouldn't be able to eat it. It would be a bit dangerous if the horses ate it, because it might be starting to like kind of get mouldy, or like, not that it's been out here for ages, but it's a bit dirty. And I mean, it will all go onto the muck heap, and then that will rot down, and then we can use that for like vegetables and food. So kind of just like not exactly being wasted in the long term. And I've recently started using a new sort of bedding stuff, which I'll show you in a minute when I kind of get all the wee out, because I used to use one that was like, you add water to it and then it dissolves and then it like absorbs the wee really well. But that one wasn't very thick and you needed to get like so many bags for it to be thick, like thick enough for them to lie down. And Chino's a little bit fussy about how he lies down, and like if it's not very thick then he won't lie down on it. And usually when I put him in the stable it's probably because there's like something kind of exciting the next day, like a show or an event or something, so I would want him to get a good night's sleep. Okay, so that's kind of all. That's kind of all cleaned up a bit. So I'll put this here, and then I'll move this again, so you can see it a little better. I will sweep it all again at the end. But it's just so at the top, like it looks pretty clean, but underneath it probably has quite a bit of wee. So I'll just put all that up there. So I don't do this every time I muck out. Usually when I just muck out, I just like skip out and just get the poos, or like just like the big bits of poo, so like you can see there's like still quite a few little bits of poo kind of around, so every now and then I'll do a big kind of clean like this where I'll get out everything, like all the little bits I've missed and any bits of wee that need to be chucked out and all that, because it is nice for the horses to have a nice bedding. So what we have is this like kind of flaky, it's like wood chip, I think, like wood chip, I think that's what it's called, like kind of wood that's been grated, and that's really good and thick, but it doesn't really absorb the wee very much. So I have a small layer of this like kind of, it's the one I said that you like add water to it and then it dissolves. So I kind of have it mixed in, so then it absorbs the wee and it doesn't just get like all stuck in like in the bottom and stuff, but it's still fluffy on top. So at the moment I'm finding that that works pretty well, but I haven't really been using that for very long, so not long enough for me to know that it works super well, but so far I found it pretty good, so I would recommend that, and find that it saves a bit of bedding because you don't have to chuck out loads, only the really dirty bits, because the wee just kind of drains itself down to the bottom. And I find if you leave, I'm hooked, got stuck on my pocket. And then I find if you leave horse wee for too long, it starts smelling really bad, like stinks. I remember once, like the summer before that, I don't know, 1 or 2 summers ago, like it was our first year having Chino and Bear at the time, and I never really got the wee out because it was just like, it always drained itself down to the bottom, and then one day I just found like all this kind of mouldy, kind of rotting grossness at the bottom, which was pretty disgusting. So now I have learned my lesson about that. Just gonna like when they're going to sleep, obviously I don't leave it all up like that, I put it down, like I kind of put it into a line so it's kind of a straight edge, so there's a little bit out the front without any bedding, and Chino usually keeps his line, don't know if you heard that, but that's just Chino name, probably because he wants his hay. So yeah, Chino usually keeps his line, like obviously a few bits kind of pull forward and kind of gets it a bit more scruffy, but he keeps it reasonably well. But Ted just has a party. Whoopsies. Ted just has a party and does whatever he likes. He just chucks it everywhere since he's not the one who has to muck it out. So, you know, I'm the one that has to muck it out for him. He doesn't really care. So I'm just going to kind of scrape these bits up a little so they're not like stuck in the ground. And then I'll, and then I'll go on to Ted's. Okay, so I've just taken everything out. Oh, I'm just going to quickly show you the wheelbarrow before I kind of forget to. Oh, hi Tiger. The cat has come to visit. I'm about to muck out that stable. He's probably going to go pee or poo in it. But yeah, this is how full the wheelbarrow gets. So not quite like full to the top, but a good wheelbarrow load. So yeah, that's about how much one good stable, like proper cleanup fills. So I'm just going to do the finishing touches and sweep all this back. I might mix it in with the bed, or if it looks really dirty I might chuck it out. I'll just see how it looks when I've swept it all into a pile, just so that the floor is kind of clean without any bits of dirt on, so it can dry. And then I'll do Ted's. I'm not sure, I might leave it up overnight, but I'll see what it's like after I've done Ted's one, and then I'll see if I think it's dry enough. Then it would be nice if you can kind of see it kind of moisten down and how I would do it if Chino's going to sleep there. But I want it to dry enough first, obviously. I'm just going to put that on the wheelbarrow because it's just a bit kind of dirty. And the rest I'll just sweep it all back. And then we will be ready to move on to stable number 2. Can you see the line? Whoa! I just smacked the tripod with the poop shovel because I stepped on it and it kind of like flung. Can you see where I've swept? I want the whole thing to look that good, so I'm just going to keep sweeping. That's so cool. That makes a bit of a loud bang. Don't want to be breaking through the stable. Okay, there we go. Just going to take it off the There we go. So I mean, it's not completely spotless. There's still a few little patches that haven't been completely scrubbed, but I mean, it's good enough for me. We're not a very, this definitely isn't a posh yard at all. Here it's kind of more like, it's not about how it looks, it's about that it works. So yes, this is the finishing result. I might clean out his water. I mean, it's all right, but I might just check that in a sec. But yeah, I just want this bit to dry before I put it back down. So yeah, let's move on to Ted's stable now.